Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today the plan was originally to, release a video about a perfect Legend League day and everything, but then something came in between, which was this maintenance break, because all of those changes are live right now, which means like the better Warden IE is live. Let's see how that works. The Inferno Tower nerf, the Super Warbreaker change, and the skeleton spell buff. All of this is live. What this does is it removes all of the freaking replays. That's kind of unfortunate because, well, I was doing pretty okay yesterday, so I wanted to do a video about it, but with all of the replays gone, we have to come with something else. So what I will do instead, I will just do a couple of live attacks for you guys, which is kind of unfortunate, but I will still use the same army as we did yesterday. I changed up my hybrid army a little bit regarding the combination of Hawk Riders and Miners, a little bit less Wizards and more Miners overall, less Hawk Riders as well, and well, the Clan Castle, which most of the players are using right now in Legend League with hybrid together, which are the Hawk Riders and the Super Goblins. One more thing, normally at the end of the season I'm doing like this 7-day push, which I started last season, but to be honest I completely forgot it this season because like there was all this stuff going on with like the Clash of Clans Worlds qualifier right now, and I just straight up forgot it. That's how it is. But still, there's going to be a poll really soon about which strategy I should do it next season, because I feel like even though I'm doing a lot of hybrid, I feel like most of you guys are doing a lot of hybrid as well. And this is why I think it's like the best if I show you guys how to triple common bases and everything, because I feel like most of my viewers are using Queen Charge hybrid. I think a big group are using Yeti Smash as well, but I think the majority are using hybrid. As I said, there's going to be a poll really soon on that, so make sure to stick around to like share your opinion and everything. We're starting off with the first attack because, like I said, we want to do a couple of attacks today. Instead, I can't show them sadly. Instead, doing anything else. The first thing which we're going to do is on this base, and we're charging actually into the town hall part, like into the town hall section of this base. Why exactly are we doing that? The goal right now is to get rid of the multi-inferno tower, to get rid of the town hall. That will be awesome. And if that's working, we create a really nice pathing, because like as soon as I'm zooming out of this, you guys will see amazing pathing from our hybrid troops on the left side of this one. And obviously the clan cast will come out really soon as well. Meanwhile, our queen is staying healthy and everything. You can see how far the king has made it. So that's always, it's crazy. The king is really strong, especially if you do not have those giant bombs on the outside to get rid of the barbarians. That's like one of the big counters, but there were no giant bombs, so my king was going a long way. And meanwhile, we have to concentrate on our queen, make sure that she is staying alive. Meanwhile, our siege barrack is getting started on the left side. I'm using more and more often in Legend League the siege barrack because I feel like it's crazy strong, especially like with the combination of the wizards which are coming out and behind. It's creating really nice pathing for the hybrid, and well, obviously the Hawk Riders are awesome as well, which are coming out, supporting everything really nicely. So this is why I switched with more Miners and less Hawk Riders, because I feel like as soon as you're getting closer to the core, those Hawk Riders will die out kind of quickly anyway. So the goal right now is you want to have the Hawk Riders in the beginning to make sure that there's a lot of DPS, because the Hawk Riders are dealing more damage per second per housing space than Miners. So you want to have in the beginning like this extra DPS and tank power and everything combined with the Miners. And as soon as you're getting to the core, you have only the Miners left, and as soon as you're getting to the back end, you will have the Hawk Riders grouping up once again with the Miners. And this is kind of the goal right now with this army, because if you have like more like 50-50 on Hawk Riders and Miners, this normally isn't working. Like, it's still working, but it's not working as effective, because like I said, as soon as you're getting closer to the core, most of the time the Hawk Riders and Miners are splitting at some point. So if you can make sure that they're always grouped up, then you can go with something like 50-50. But if you know that at some point they will kind of split, then you need like this more minor centralized army, which I'm using right now, 16 to 12, and then obviously for the back end, those additional 6 Hog Riders from the clan castle. This is like the setup which I'm using right now. So let's get into the next attack. And this is finally a max space, since I'm not that high in trophies right now. So I'm not only finding max spaces. So max space like this is kind of nice for showcasing everything. And on this base, I think I attacked this already a couple of times. Not 100% sure, but at least those teaser bases, I mean, they're so freaking common right now. So what I'm doing over here, I will start at the bottom side of the base, trying to lure out the clan castle as early as possible. The goal right now is to place my queen as far at the bottom as possible, which I did mess up a little bit, but still was enough to not be in range of the ground expos. This is kind of clutch in this moment, because obviously when I'm having the ice goblins against my queen, they are freezing my own healers. So if there would have been the ground expos on my queen, this would have been huge trouble for me, because I would have needed to use so many like spells to actually make sure that my queen would survive. At least one rage and maybe even freeze. So yeah, that was kind of nice. Now using the first rage to make sure that my queen is entering the enemy queen with a rage. Why exactly do I do that? If you're placing your rage too late and your first couple of shots are not raged up of your queen, then the enemy queen will win the 1 versus 1 at this point. And this means I would have needed to use another freeze, for example, to make sure that my queen is staying alive. With using the rages that early, it makes sure that my queen is staying alive against the enemy heroes with like this additional damage. So meanwhile, we're trying to warbreak my queen in, because even though she can reach the town hall from the outside, she will be able to reach these scatter shots after. So, well, she went from the right to the left side, so this is why I had to warbreak in both sides. But yeah, so the queen is, like I said, being able to reach the enemy town hall, and then with opening up the wall over here, she should be able to reach the enemy scatter shot, which is creating nice pathing for my hybrid later on. Because the next thing what I'm going to do is just sending in my hybrid, sending in my miners early on, warden in behind, Hog Riders, and the Royal Champion. And with having the king and the siege breakers on the outside, they're doing a nice job of funneling. Now obviously my queen has to go through a couple of wards. Normally you have like the wall breakers over there, but because like my queen wasn't really sure which way she should go in the beginning, I was a little bit lost on this point. Now the warden ability, I'm not 100% sure if that was the best use case. I wasn't really sure if all of my groups would stay grouped up, so that's why I used the warden ability over there. I think it was a bit wasted, to be honest, but well, the backhand scatter shot is no danger anymore, because my queen will take that out, and this means we can use the heal spell kinda early on. So from this point on, the only goal right now is to take care of the top side of the base. This is why I'm freezing it. This is why I'm using the Babe Drain and everything over there, just to make sure that everything is like getting kind of quickly done. Now the Royal Champ ability to make sure that she's helping everything. Hog Riders are going to the top side. We have 20 seconds left, and I freaking used my queen ability too late, because as you guys know, I'm recording this always in like 2 languages. So I'm doing the live recording normally in German, and then like the voiceover in English. And because I was so concentrated on explaining everything, I completely missed my queen ability, because like I should have used that like way earlier against that wall. And because I used it like in the last second of the wall dying, the entire queen ability was kind of wasted. And with this, it's going to be the 99% attack. That's kind of unfortunate, I guess. But let's take a look at the next base, which is going to be maxed once again, which is kind of nice for the videos. So this base is kind of strange looking, because it has kind of deep inside clan castle. In addition to that, it has like the outside town hall. So normally you have like both kind of on the outside if you have an outside town hall. So like the clan castle is trying to cover the town hall. But on this base, I don't know, not really. So what we're doing on this one is we try to charge in from the top side. I'm always, if you're sending a Kokoloon and there's no damage on a queen, that's kind of like a pro tip. If you're sending in a Kokoloon and there's no damage on a queen, do not deploy the healers just yet. Just because of those freaking annoying black mines. Because if the loon is dying and meanwhile triggering a black mine, this black mine will travel forever to hit your healers. So if you can delay the healers, make sure to do so. But obviously, just like if your queen is dying because of that, that makes no sense. But if there's no damage on your queen, as for example on this base, then you should for sure make sure that you're delaying those healers. My queen, meanwhile, is like going crazy, like going left, right, up, down, whatever. So this is kind of chaotic right now. So now I'm thinking about what can I do right now. And the main, like the only idea which I had is just get started. Like just get started with the hybrid. Get started with the siege barracks and king and everything. The pathing is actually pretty good for me because of the dead zone. So that's all right. Now we have to be careful with the bomb tower and everything. There's 3 loons and 2 ice creamers coming out, which is not the best, not the worst clan castle to face at this point. Warden ability just to make sure that my troops are staying alive because of the enemy enemy clan castle. And now I have a really bad problem because my troops split, which wasn't the best thing for me to happen. And now I have to think about where do I heal. And I decided, okay, I think the group in the core is bigger. I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought that the majority of miners would be in the core. This is why I used the heal spell over there. And now really nice freeze on the 2 enemy last remaining heroes, like on the enemy queen and enemy royal champion. Another freeze because those 2 are dealing the most damage to my troops without getting like one shot basically by most of the other defenses. And since there are no scatter shots anymore, this means that, like I said, the heroes were the main threat to my army. Now I'm trying to like one shot or like trying to snipe this up the expo, which is still staying alive. But since on the back end there are so freaking many miners and my healers switched over from my queen, everything is looking pretty good. The warden is kind of confused if he should follow the royal champion or should have followed the miners. And to be honest, there's such a big group of miners still alive, which even the attack wasn't the best. It still was enough to get this base tripled. So yeah, kind of sad that I wasn't able to show you guys the perfect legend day. Still was a nice thing to do. And well, I hope you guys are excited for the next couple of legend days. And well, I will see you guys back in the next video tomorrow. And as I said, there's going to be a poll really soon about which strategy you guys would like to see in the next push. And well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. And after then, see ya and bye bye.